Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Yanis, and if you're not, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a full face of Wet n Wild products, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video of mine. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I did go ahead and buy everything that I need to make a full face from. I will try to link everything down in the description below, and if not, then I will type out like what it is and how much it cost me at my local drugstore. So before I start, I am gonna go ahead and go wet my beauty blender. As a first impressions for the beauty blender, it seems to be really good. It's super squishy and it got super big when I wet it. For my first step, I am gonna go ahead and start with my eyebrows. It's gonna be the Wet n Wild micro brow pencil and the shade Deep Brown. I have tried, I don't know the complete name of it, but I have tried the brow pencil from Wet n Wild, the one that has like the thicker, what is it called, lead? And I didn't like that one. It was super, I guess you can say, waxy, and like it was hard to apply. As for this one, it is going on really well. I don't seem to be having any problems with it yet. Sorry guys, I forgot to connect my mic, so the first half of the video isn't loud. That is why. So as I was doing my brows, I realized I forgot to buy primer. I remember having it in my cart, but I guess I didn't buy it. So this is a 3-in-1. It's a setting spray, a primer, and a refresher, but I'm gonna use this for both primer and setting spray, but I'm also gonna go ahead and cheat a little bit and use one of my primers that I already have. But it is super affordable, so it still counts. And now that I'm done drawing out my brows, I just outline them and then I go ahead and shade them in with brow powder. The shade I got in the concealer is light medium beige, so I hope it fits me, or I hope it matches me. Carve out my eyebrows as well as prime my eyelids with the same concealer. So I just go ahead and put some on my hand, and then I go in with my BH Cosmetics brush. First impressions of the concealer, I have never used this concealer. I've heard good reviews and stuff about it, but me personally, I have never used it, and it's pretty cheap. I think it was like $3.49, and I don't have my receipt. Let me see. I don't have my receipt with me right now. I think it's in the car, but as soon as I'm done filming, I will go get it, and then like I said, I'll post on the bottom, like on the description, what I bought and everything that I had and how much exactly it was and where you can find it. I'll try to post a link, and if I don't, just keep in mind that you can buy it at your local drugstore, as in Walmart, H-E-B, Target, Ulta has it, and I think Walgreens and CVS as well provide Wet n Wild products. So when it comes to the top of my brows, when I'm carving them out, I blend out the top of it just so when I go in with my foundation, it's not as white. And even if you wanted to, you could carve out the top of your brows until you do your foundation. But I personally don't like it, because if I mess up, then I can't go back and fix my brow without making my brow either look too dark or just making it look messy. And those are my brows. Now I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids so I can go ahead and get started with my eyeshadow look. I will tell you guys that this concealer is not full coverage. So you will probably, yeah, you have to build it up in order for you to get, I mean, if you like full coverage, in order for you to get the full coverage effect. But it is a really good concealer. I kind of see it, I mean, I wouldn't say it's exactly a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape because it isn't full coverage, but it is doing everything my Tarte does. I'm gonna go ahead and open my translucent powder so after I'm done blending this I can set the and I feel like this translucent powder is gonna be really messy, but this I believe was $5.99 and this is what it looks like. They had this one and I think they have the banana one as well, but by the looks of it I feel like it's gonna be a super messy setting powder, just kind of like the Airspun where the packaging is like super messy. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I always use this brush, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild to set the concealer with a little bit of translucent powder. And with the translucent powder, I kind of just press it in. I don't like to like sweep it or anything because then I move the concealer. And that's not what I want. Sorry guys, I'm working on getting like a handheld mirror so that way I don't keep moving forward. But I want to find a cute one. I don't want to just get a whatever one. I thought about buying one at Walmart because they sell them obviously, but I want to order one, like a customized one. If not, just get a really pretty one. Okay, once I'm done setting that, so this eye came out pretty good, but then I'm looking at this eye and it is a little bit cakey, but I'm gonna try to work with it. The only thing I don't like about Wet n Wild is that their packaging is so hard to open because they have it like with stickers and stuff, and I have my nails done 99% of the time, so it is super hard for me to open it all the time. Okay, I got it off, so I'm gonna try to open it. There you go. And I did get this eyeshadow palette. It's the Rose in the Air eyeshadow palette, and I've watched a couple of videos on people doing like a full face of Wet n Wild, and they say that this is kind of similar to the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I actually have that palette, so let's compare. To be real with you guys, this honestly was my very first palette when I first started makeup, so it is beat up, but this is how, let me put the mirror back. This is how it looks, and then this is how the Wet n Wild looks. So obviously the Wet n Wild has less colors, I believe. Yeah, it has less colors, but it kind of has a lot of the similar shades that the Modern Renaissance has. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and I think it's cute where how Wet n Wild tells you like transition, like it gives you the shade, and also in the back, if you don't know how to do your makeup and you're a beginner, this also tells you like a eyeshadow look that you could do with this palette. And I think all their palettes have something similar like that. So to start off with, I'm gonna go ahead and use this transition shade right here, and I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild blending brush. And I'm gonna do one eye on camera and the the other eye off camera just so the video isn't so long. Right off the bat, I can tell that this has pigment, like, and it's blending pretty well. So if you guys have me on social media, you guys saw that I posted a Fashion Nova haul poll thing, and most of my polls I did get for YouTube, so I am gonna film a Fashion Nova try on haul on, and I will be doing it for YouTube since I did post polls on my social medias and YouTube won. So I actually made 2 orders, so I think I'm gonna post that try on haul until next week just so I can try on everything with you guys and not have to do like just 2 videos, which is because the second order isn't that big. Like the first order, it was pretty big, but just to add a little bit more and make the video a little bit longer, because I feel like Fashion Nova try on haul wouldn't be that long. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna get a more precise brush and go in with, I'm gonna mix these 2 shades down here in the bottom and put it right in my crease. I didn't tell you guys a brush, sorry. I am using this BH Cosmetics brush. And I'm kind of just putting it in the crease, and right now I'll go back in with my blending brush to blend it. These shades actually blend out pretty well, so I kind of think this is super cute. You can like travel with it and everything since it's super small and compact. I'm wearing this orange shirt. It's super cute. Since I'm wearing this orange shirt, I'm gonna try to stick to something that will match. I was gonna use the pink shade in there, but I didn't know what I was gonna wear today until I put it on. So, but I am stepping out of my comfort zone. My whole closet is like black, and I've been shopping. My Fashion Nova haul and everything that I went shopping is all mostly color. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did buy a couple black items, but it's mostly color. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone so I can take pictures and post them on my Instagram and stuff. So if you don't follow me on my Instagram, go ahead and follow me, and my link will be in the description. I'm gonna go in again with the same BH Cosmetics brush, and now I'm gonna dip into the brown to put it on my outer crease to kind of do a cut crease so I can use the glitter that I got. Wow, that's super pigmented. Okay, I'm gonna get another blending brush, and I'm gonna use, actually, I have another Wet n Wild one. I feel like this one isn't. No. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Morphe Y17 blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with mostly the orange shade that I had already used to blend out that brown. And if it's not blending out how you want to, I actually heard of this trick and it actually works. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that first blending brush I used and grab a little bit of translucent powder to blend out whatever I'm not liking the way it's blending out. This is the eye look before I cut my crease, which I'm gonna go ahead and do now. And to cut my crease, I use this it's also from Wet n Wild. I honestly have these brushes for a long time, so I do not know the names of them, but they are super affordable and they all work pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush, and it's just a flat brush, and it's super flat right now because this is the only brush I don't wash when I wash my brushes, because I like for it to be like exactly super flat, so when I cut my crease, it's precise. So that is my cut crease, and now I'm gonna go in with that same brush that I used to set my powder with, to put translucent powder. And the only reason why I like to set when I do a cut crease is because I do have hooded eyelids, so the moment that I open my eye, my concealer will go up to the top. And because I do have hooded eyelids, I do go a little bit more up my crease than what I normally would, or what a normal person with perfectly good eyelids would do just to cut their crease. Use this glitter. I've never used this before, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it like that by itself, and if it's not working the way I like it, I'm gonna go ahead and use eyelash glue to make it stick. So this is the glitter, and then this is the glitter on my finger. I was gonna use my finger, but I'm scared I'm gonna mess up my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this brush, and it's from the Colorworks eyeshadow. I think I got this like in as a gift or something, so it was like a little set. So the glitter is super cute. I personally do not like how it looks on my eye, because if you look up close, it is super like patchy, and it didn't stick everywhere where it was supposed to. But it's not that bad, and it was only $1. It was like 98 cents, so I can't complain. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of these two shades and a tiny amount of brown, just so I can blend the top part of the glitter. Yeah, as a first impression, the glitter is gonna have to say a B and no. No, it's not working the way I wanted it to work. Okay, so I'm gonna try, it's because the glitter is like waxy, like it's, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm gonna try to set it with translucent powder, maybe like that it'll dry, but honestly it does not look the best. So the glitter has to be a no for me. Just for the sake of the video, I'm going to continue doing it. But I really do not recommend the glitter. So to finish off the look, I'm going to go back in with the brown to see if I can try to blend out and diffuse the harshness of the glitter. But I'm going to do it really lightly, because since the glitter is waxy, it's moving everywhere. It's like just one of those pressed glitters. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna grab my Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner, and it's the Breakup proof, so it's waterproof. And I bought this as a dupe for my original eyeliner that I always use, which is the Kat Von D liquid eyeliner. So it doesn't look that bad from afar, but if you look up closely to my eye, it looks really bad. And I'm probably even lying. You can probably tell right now as I'm speaking that it's very ugly. But since I mentioned before, I am going to be doing my other eye off camera. So I'm going to finish off this eye. Like, I'm going to put my eyelash on and everything. And then I'll move on to my other eye off camera. Just because I don't want to bore you guys with the same thing over it again. I did buy these eyelashes from Ardell, and they're naked eyelashes. They're the naked lashes, but it doesn't say, it doesn't tell me the style, but I know that there is like 2 to 3 different styles of this, but these are the ones I got. Same eyelash glue I used before, which is the Kiss Lash Adhesive. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of mascara on before I put my eyelash. And I did get this Boost Volume mascara, and I got there was different ones, but honestly I was shopping on a budget, so I got one of the cheapest mascaras to test it out. This one I think was $2.99. I actually like how it's leaving my lashes. Oh. Yeah, this mascara I recommend. It's really good. I mean, it depends how you like your eyelashes to look, but since I am putting on falsies, it doesn't look bad. And to put on my falsie, since these are super like thin, I start and I put it as close as I can to my lash line, and I start with the center and then the outer and then the inner corner. So these lashes can be like an everyday lash. They're super cute and you can barely even tell I'm wearing eyelashes. This is a trick that I do often, or almost every time I put falsies on, is I go ahead and grab the same eyelash glue and I grab the tiniest amount and put some in the inner corner, just so I know that the inner corner isn't going to be going anywhere and it's going to stick. And I let that dry and then I go back in with my eyeliner to touch it up. So once the eyelash is on and stuck, I go back in with my eyeliner just to make it darker. And to blend the lash more. And then I'm going to go in, I always do this, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild pencil liner. And I'm going to put it on in the inside of my eye. Do this other eye off camera. And I will show you guys the finished eyeshadow right now when I'm done, and then that way I can go ahead and go into my face products. Okay, I'm back. So I already did both of my eyes, as you can tell. I struggled a little bit because of the glitter again, but I mean, with the lashes and you know, like if you don't look at me up close, you can't tell how bad the glitter looks. It's not a bad glitter, don't get me wrong. It is a really good glitter, and it is, as you can tell, it is pigmented. You can see the glitter, but since it is a pressed glitter, it's waxy, and that's what makes it hard to work with. The fact that it's waxy. Excuse me. So when you're moving it or applying it or whatever, it just moves. It doesn't stick. Even when I applied the lash glue, it didn't stick. Like, it still kept moving and everything. And if you do have hooded eyelids, I don't recommend, just because as we opened our eyes, obviously all our makeup transfers up to the top, and that's kind of what it's doing. So it's not that perfect cut crease anymore. As you can tell, for both eyes, it's not that perfect cut crease I had originally planned to have. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the primer water once I figure out how to open it. Right. Cool. With these, it is really good. Obviously, it's super affordable. I'm gonna let that dry, and then since I went back to the cart to get my receipt. I didn't buy the primer, but we'll go ahead and just use the primer water, and then I'll go in with another drugstore primer, which is a pore minimizing primer from CoverGirl. And once my face is primed, I'm gonna go ahead and do my the trick that I always do on my previous videos. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of concealer under my eyes and then go in with my foundation, just because I like that extra coverage. And so far this concealer is really good. The only thing I don't like about it is that only when you pull it out, only a little bit of concealer comes out on the dofa. I think that's how you say it. That's done. I'm gonna go in with my Photofocus Wet n Wild foundation in the shade Desert Beige. This foundation is really good and it's super affordable. It is a little dark for me, but I do go in with my highlight. My concealer as a highlight. That's why I get my concealer kind of light, because I don't know how to color match myself, so this always happens. And I already used this corner right here of the sponge, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out my foundation with this. And I'm going to go back in with the concealer. I feel like I have a little hair. And I do only conceal in these areas. With whatever's left on my nose, I do go up on my forehead, but I don't specifically put concealer on my forehead. And I'm going to go back in with this corner of the sponge. And so far, so good. I really like these two products together. And my concealer shade was perfect. Now I'm going to go in and set my face with my translucent powder. Face is set. I really like how matte I look, and I didn't really use any matte products. Going back to my eyes, the more I blend the freaking glitter and stuff, you know, to make it look like it's decent, the more the glitter comes off, and it comes off into chunks. So I really do not recommend this glitter. I'm gonna stop messing with my eyes because if not, they're gonna finish. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics fluffy brush to use the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the shade Caramel Toffee. And since this foundation does make me look really tan, I'm just gonna go in with a tiny amount of bronzer. Okay, I also forgot to buy a blush, so I'm just gonna bronze. I'm gonna move in back with the eyeshadow palette to do my bottom, my lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with the dark brown shade and then blend it out with these two colors. And then to do the highlight in my inner corner, I'm gonna go in again with the palette, and I'm gonna use a little bit of this one and a little bit of this one, the mascara, and do my lower lash line. Okay, so I am done with my eyes. I'm not the happiest with it, but I'm just gonna go with the flow and leave it. And I'm actually done just because I forgot to buy blush, so I'm just gonna stick with bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips and then set my face and put my highlight on. And for my lips, I did get this lip liner in the shade Chestnut. And now I'm gonna go in with the lipstick, which I got I think it's called Mega Matte lipstick. And I got the shade A Short Affair, which is a super nude lip. Just a really nude, kind of pinky color. And these are 98 cents. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I do not like this. I thought this was like a nude. So it's like a pink, shimmery, really light shade. So I actually have this Wet n Wild Mega Last Catsuit lipstick in the shade Give Me Mocha. So I'm gonna try it. So this is a liquid lipstick, and it's actually really pretty, but I didn't want such a dark lipstick. I wanted more of a nude lipstick, so I'm gonna go ahead and dab in a little bit of concealer just to diffuse it. So it doesn't look that bad. So now I'm gonna go back in with the Rose Water 3-in-1 spray. Let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with my highlight, which is a Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. This is the finished look. The products I do recommend you getting is this Wet n Wild Rose and Air eyeshadow palette. Of course, my Ride or Die Wet n Wild contouring palette. The highlighter. All three eyeliners, from the pencil liner to the liquid eyeliner. The brow pencil was also really good. The lip liner, it was pretty good. It kind of is hard to put on. It's like not that smooth lip liner, but I do recommend it. It's really good. The foundation as well, I really recommend the foundation. The concealer was pretty good. It's not exactly a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, but it does do the job. And as of right now, it's not super creased on under my eyes. The Photofocus Wet n Wild translucent powder is really good. It made my face look super smooth and super matte, as well as the rose water spray. I recommend this. I would say that I recommend everything. Even the mascara was pretty good. The only things that were not on my good Wet n Wild list were this glitter, the pressed glitter, as well as the lipstick. It was totally not the shade that I thought it was. I thought it was just nude, but this one was like a shimmery lipstick, and it was like pink. I just didn't like it. And the glitter made my eye look really bad. But for the sake of the video, I didn't want to take it off and just start all over again, especially because I do have places to be. Oh, and the sponge was really good, and it got super big and it's super squishy, so it did do its job. It did everything that it was supposed to. As well as the lashes are super cute. They're not as dramatic as I usually am used to wearing, or I don't really wear dramatic lashes, but they're not as fluffy and big, and you can wear these on an everyday basis if you want to be, and like if you don't want to have the really dramatic look all the time. And since I didn't use the Wet n Wild primer, I used the CoverGirl. I have been using this primer for a while. I don't use it on all my makeup looks, but I have been using it for a while, and it does its job. And the Wet n Wild brushes, all of the Wet n Wild brushes that I do have are absolutely amazing. And like I mentioned before, if you are a beginner, this is a really good brand to start off with. Everything is affordable, and most of the things are under, I think the highest thing is probably like $7. So most of the things are under $10. So I really do highly recommend it if you are a beginner. And so this does conclude today's video. It was a Wet n Wild first impression / full face of makeup. I did like a lot of the products. They were really good. The only thing I felt, as I mentioned before, was the glitter and the lipstick. As you can tell right now, the glitter is super ugly, and it has transferred up to the top since I do have hooded eyelids. So even if I would have cut my crease or not, it still would have transferred, and it's super patchy. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Stay tuned for this whole month. I do have a lot of great video ideas coming up, as well as my Fashion Nova haul that I mentioned in the video and on my social media. My Fashion Nova haul, if it doesn't go up this week, it will go up next Tuesday for sure, just because I have 2 orders coming in, so they aren't coming in together. But stay tuned, and I will be live. If you follow me on my Facebook page, which is Yanis Does Makeup, I will be live every Mondays and Wednesdays, and my new uploading schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, just so I can make sure that everything is going smoothly, because my Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday schedule wasn't working for me towards the last 2 weeks that I was uploading, just because it was just too much for me. I couldn't record and edit and upload everything on time, and I want to have my videos uploaded at a decent time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like around maybe 3 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Time, which is my time. Thank you guys so much for those of you that have subscribed and supported me on all my social medias as well as here on YouTube. To like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video of mine. Also follow all my social medias, which are linked down in the description below, and I will also be linking all the products I did use and mention, and as well as maybe possibly, if I can, a link for you guys to shop if you want to shop online. If not, you can buy all these products at your local drugstore, and putting the price, the exact price that I paid for them, just so you guys know how much they are. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.